I love the sound of a Resonator guitar, and for the Resonator, we sampled a dobro hound dog, which is an amazing sounding instrument. The Resonator has two playing modes, solo and chords. Let's look at solo mode first. We have 9 articulations plus sustains. These can be controlled by either key velocity, using this grid, or by key switches. In the middle is a graph for the key velocity settings. On the left, you see the symbols for the articulations when you play high velocities, or by playing harder. For instance, the grace note button is selected, so when I play harder, I get a grace note. And I can control the velocity switch point right here. On the right, you can choose the low velocity articulation. Right now, we have it set for mutes. The space between the high and low is always sustains, so if you just want sustains, you can turn both of these off. While I'm thinking of it, we recorded 2 sets of sustain samples. Set 1 with the strings raised, dobro style, and played with a metal slide. And set 2 with the strings lowered like a regular guitar. Okay, we'll go through some of the articulations. This is a simple quick slide up. All of these are dependent on the key you selected with the master key dial. You'll hear either half or whole step slides depending on the scale step and the key. That way, when you play chords, all of the intervals are correct. Slide down. And once again, I can use key switches instead. Key switches will override the velocity grid. At the top, we have the grace note, a trill up, and trill down. I say trill, but they're actually quick slides up and down. These 3 will sync to the host tempo, and you can choose the note resolution by clicking on the More Settings button. There are timing controls for bends here also, and a mixer to control the volumes of the articulations. We have 2 bends, a single up bend, and a momentary up and back down bend. I can add harmony to any articulation with the key switch, or with the harmony button. We could also add harmony in the velocity grid. This button is giving us auto vibrato, or you can use the mod wheel. Let's switch to chords mode. Now we have strummed chords in the lower octaves, down strums, and up strums. We don't need vibrato with this. Dynamic strings uses fewer strings in the chords at lower velocities and then adds more strings to the chords as you play harder. You can choose from preset chords, and you can change them very easily. We can add mutes at low velocities. The anvil button gives you power chords, which is not something you usually associate with a Resonator guitar, but it has a cool effect, actually. When the Link Chords button is on, the master key dial will choose some chords for you. You can choose to arpeggiate the chords rather than strum them. The Settings button gives you a few global settings, including your key switches. The Effects button brings up some really basic controls for compression, flanger, and reverb. Also, there are controls for release volume, string noises volume, and round-robin reset, which controls how the resonator plays down and up pick samples. There's a control for adding body resonance and a choice of 3 body impulse responses. And there you have it, the Resonator. Thanks for watching and taking the time to check it out.